Hello, Void. Vivi Rizzo's here to talk again. Okay, anyone who actually clicked the link on this video, it's probably because of the title, so I'll just say it right now. Demon Sex. There's a title that'll catch your eye. Which is, yes, exactly why I acquired it. Because morbid curiosity, I had to know how bad of a train wreck was I in for. Well, it certainly is giving me a lot here to talk about tonight, so I'll just jump right in. So, Demon Sex is a 2005 film, if you want to call it that. Okay, I don't even know where to start on this thing. Yes, it's a softcore porn. Throw that right out there. But, previously, throughout my show, if anyone's been watching, I reviewed Exotic House of Wax, which also was a softcore porn. That movie actually had a plot and characters and an arc. All those are absent in Demon Sex. Okay, so first, why don't we just start right here with this box cover? See, that's at least some sort of eye-catching image. You got a Satan-looking bastard right in the front, and two frightening yet possibly attractive demon ladies. That has nothing to do with this movie at all. The title is immensely misleading. Yes, we have sex. Not so much on the demon front. Which is weird in a movie called Demon Sex. Now, what Demon Sex is, it's a series of very short scenes that interrupt strippers, pretty much. That's the general pacing of this film. First, you start with this exposition dump, which I'll get to in a minute, other than the fact that it's mostly just stock photographs, the camera zooming in on them as if it's a image. Like it's like someone laid a photograph on a table and is slowly zooming into it. Then the movie progresses pretty much as follows. CGI exterior location shot, or animated location shot. One or two characters will say a line or two of dialogue, and then there will be a scene of a stripper going on for 5 or so minutes, before cutting back to the characters talking again, or another location shot, depending on if they're changing. Actually, no, sometimes they use the same location shot even if they're not changing. Yeah, cut another line too, maybe a short conversation, and then another stripper. Maybe just even 2 strippers in a row. They actually did that at one point. And occasionally it's one person, there's some seductions or some grinding sex where nothing really is shown. All of it set to a synth score. So, and now, Exotic House of Wax did that too. Don't think it was as much synth, but it was, you know, a music score set over the scenes to keep it from being an actual porn movie. But that movie, at least, had characters go about their scenes talking, and then there would be one. And there's actually a reason for them to be happening in the plot. This one is just because. But that one, the characters actually talked and interacted. Half the time here, that synth score comes in while the characters are just acting like they're talking, and then it'll segue into another erotic dance. But and then the next thing you'll have someone sum up what that conversation was about. So several times they didn't even write dialogue for the characters. They didn't even name the characters. Not one character in here has a name. None are said at all. So, what is this movie about? Aliens. That's not even a joke. This movie is about aliens. Okay. Okay. And on the back here is completely misleading also. Back here actually mentions aliens, but has nothing. Like, it touches on a few plot points-ish, but all the motivations are completely off. Okay. So, here's what it says back here. A dying race of alien demons lands on Earth looking to save their species. Okay, yeah. I suppose something like that happened. An alien race... Actually, no. No, that didn't even happen. So, this movie begins with an exposition dump saying a reptoid race evolved, created an artificial race called the Greys, and then left Earth after they no longer were interested in it. So that right there is not correct. Okay. What better way to conceal their identities than morphing into a super orgasmic, sex-hungry human females, and then using their new luscious bodies to get everything they need. Most importantly, a secret formula of alien DNA that would help rebuild the population. Again, completely incorrect. So, yes, they are. Then this movie is about a cult of humans that might be descended from. So, the reptoid gray things. The Greys were stayed behind to help lead the humans into prosperity, but because men got too violent, the women couldn't protect the Greys, and the Greys went extinct. And now they may have finally found the skull of a Grey, and some scientists are trying to genetically sequence it in order to maybe resurrect it. Secretly being funded by this cult. So the cult in here is not alien demons. They are not transforming. They're just human. And so that's all. And they already have pretty much the formula incoming because they're just paying someone to make it. Again, none of that's correct. Oh, I should say, why is it called demon sex? Because the Greys were, because they had magic powers, people called them demons. Yeah. That's it. And I guess the cult in here calls themselves the Order of the Demon Skull. Despite them, again, worshipping aliens. Anyway. Bearing their perfectly beautiful bods at the drop of the hat, the aliens, again, they're not, eagerly and savagely seduce the male and female research scientists. There's 2 scientists, both male. But yeah, YK, one is being seduced into turning it over, who hold the key to life-saving DNA technology. But if uninhibited mouthwatering otherworldly sex with humans doesn't do the trick, the aliens will not mind resorting to a little bit of bloodthirsty persuasion to further their advanced evil plans. Okay, so yeah, they just will kill them off, if mostly just to keep the secret of what they're actually doing from getting out, or to get more blood for... There's another kind of plot where they're inducting a new girl into their order, and her friend is pregnant, which makes it the perfect vessel to take this new alien DNA and then give birth to alien Jesus, I guess. Who will be this lady alien who will usher the race into a new era of peace. So yeah, the back completely missells it. The title completely missells it. The artwork completely missells it. I mean, all the images on the back are actually from the film, so I will give it that. It's bad. The acting is nigh non-existent, and like I said, half the time the characters are just mouthing words over or behind a synth score. Some of the gore effects are passable. I'll give it that. For a micro-budget film, the gore effects are okay. And the weird alien baby puppet at the end is not terrible looking. But overall, it's just an excuse for people to take shower scenes, swim naked, do stripper dances, because there's a strip club that features prominently in the movie. And make out and lure people in with sex just for fun. That's pretty much this movie. So, just even looking at it, I knew this was going to be bad. I wasn't prepared for how bad. It's one of the worst that I've seen. Because, when a movie is going like another 5 minutes of just another person just dancing or showering, it's like looking at the watch, like, okay, this movie's only an hour and 28 minutes. How is it taking this long? The script of this movie could have filled 1 page of college ruled notebook paper. That's it. There's 2, then like 3 scenes, and this movie could have been done. But no, they had to prance about naked, which normally, I'll admit, I wouldn't complain about. But it loses its appeal pretty quick when nothing else is really going on. One MacGuffin. No, I don't recommend this one. The acting is terrible. Half the people sound like the first guy you see sounds like he's reading off a script, and you even hear him stumble over his lines a couple times. Like, you didn't want to get another take on that? And a couple times they'll just repeat a few lines just to make, like, one point was one guy's trying to convince a guy to get in on the ground floor with his alien DNA. They have a conversation. It breaks for a strip dance. Come back, and pretty much the exact same conversation's happening. Like, I can tell they're just ad-libbing. It's like they're having to ad-lib through this conversation just to do it. And these guys just are so uncomfortable with each other, despite them apparently being friends for 30, 40 years. Don't see this. It's not worth it. Morbid curiosity, sated, I guess. But, yeah. If anything about this picture entices you, you're not going to find it here. So, anyone who actually clicked on this one out of their own morbid curiosity, you're welcome. That's it for me. I'm sure I had other things I could rant in about this one, but there's so much, and I don't even know where to go. Did I even properly cover the plot? I was kind of intermixing it with the back there. Anyway, cult wants alien DNA, bring about alien Jesus. That's pretty much it. And they seduce people in order to get it. That's all. Okay.